good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. My name is Katie O, and this is Moon Moment Musings. Welcome back to my living room for yet another astrology peephole for today, the 14th of September, 2021. This is a take 2 for me. We're gonna give this another go. It didn't work out the first time I recorded the video. It just got all mucky, and I had to stop. I just had to stop. We're in very dense woods right now, my friends, all right? But all roads lead to Rome, and I'll get to that. Okay, first of all, today on the 14th of September, we are in a waxing gibbous moon, beginning in the sign of Sagittarius, and it will transit to the sign of Capricorn at 18:34 p.m. Bangkok time. Now, I'm not going to get too much into it, but Capricorn can be very convoluted energy in a lot of ways. In its shadow expression, it can be materialistic, it can be a workaholic, it can just be an overindulgence. It's a bit of devil energy, right? But in its exalted expression, it's someone who gets things done. Yeah, sorry. Someone that does what it takes to get to a goal that we have to get to. You know, it doesn't matter what it takes. We're gonna do it. You tell me what to do to get to this goal, I'll do it. Yeah. It's a bit of a Knight of Pentacles energy kind of thing. Like, it might take a little bit longer, but you know there's going to be a 100% success rate. Yeah. Anyway, yesterday was the first quarter moon, and this is the time where the plant has grown and the buds are now blooming, right? Until the full moon, the energy is still blooming. It's growing. It's beautiful. We've got a really heightened intuition right now. And our ego is kind of taking a little bit of a petering out for most of us. Some of us, it's the other way around. It's very possible, but for most of us, it's like we're having a little bit of the ego petering out and the intuition coming a little stronger right now, which brings a little bit of mixed feelings. Okay, some of you guys that are kind of sitting in your feminine energy a little bit more right now are kind of thinking to yourself, why can't they just see it the way I do? And some of you that are sitting more in your masculine energy right now are thinking, why can't someone just do what I say? Yeah, it's this idea of the truth that belongs to whatever energy might not be the same depending on what seat you're sitting in. Yeah, if you're sitting in a bit of a receiving end, you might not see eye to eye with yourself even when you're sitting in a bit of a giving place. There's this dualistic energy coming into play, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But first, let's look at it on one side of the coin. Okay. So first and foremost, we've got a few aspects that I want to talk about. So first, the sun is in opposition with Neptune. Okay, so this is that it's our ego might have been a huge obstacle in seeing things clearly. Yeah, and this can manifest in self-doubt. It's like every time we start to see things a little bit clearly, we doubt our ability to see things clearly, which makes us wonder if we even received the right messages in the first place. Yeah. But the thing is that with this, we've got this, there's a push and pull, right? There's a tug of war going on between the sun and Neptune, where Neptune is maybe this disillusion, Neptune might be this kind of foggy thinking, this blurry window that we can't quite see the way through. But the sun is the illumination of something. It's bringing things into light. So in this energy, you can keep blowing smoke up your own ass, totally, but it's just going to prolong whatever dissatisfaction that you're experiencing right now. Or we can face the music now and just deal with the temporary discomfort that comes along with actually taking the bull by the horns. And then we clear out that energy. I've been saying this for weeks. It's that idea. It's Zazu from the Lion King telling the cubs, all right, let's get going. The sooner we get there, the sooner we can leave. Yeah, there's just something that, we've been talking about this for ages. There's something that we have been beating around the bush about. Yeah, we've been skirting around the issue. We've been crabbing around in our Cancer energy, sidestepping problems. Yeah, these are waves of chances to sort out this karma and these cycles. And we're being presented now with another wave of this, where they're saying, Look, it's just getting more and more and more uncomfortable to be inauthentic. So you can keep on wearing that mask all you want, but it's just going to get harder and harder and harder every time we give you the opportunity to sit in your truth. And you choose the easy way out and just choose to avoid that discomfort that you know will come by facing the music. Even though for some reason, it's like for some reason, you know that it's going to feel better once you get through it, but you're still just unwilling to take that leap of faith, yeah? Unwilling to just put yourself out there for a few minutes. Yes, it's uncomfortable that when you first step out onto a stage and you feel all the eyes on you and you're like, but as soon as you open your mouth and sing that first note, do you think that the prima donna singing her aria is worried about all the eyes on her? No, she's loving it. She transforms that energy of, oh my goodness, I feel so exposed, to I feel so exposed, yeah? All right. The moon is also in a square with Neptune. Okay, so your doubts come into play when your ego freaks out, which in turn challenges your own subconscious. Yeah, it's the chicken and the egg, right? It's like you've got this thing that presents itself to you, and you could choose the positive feedback loop or the negative feedback loop. So when you choose this, when you listen to that little lizard voice in your brain that tells you you're not good enough and nobody loves you and you just eat worms, that's all. Like, what is it? Nobody loves me, everybody hates me, something, and they eat worms. Something about eating worms. I'm gonna have to look that children's nursery rhyme up. Something about eating worms. I'm taking a note right now. Eating worms. Nobody loves me. Crap, that's bullshit. All right, my friends? Nobody wants to eat worms. And of course, somebody loves me. Nobody loves no one. Yeah, a little bit of wicked game for you. Anyway, either way, this Neptune energy, this idea of disillusionment is playing with our subconscious right now. The Neptune is retrograde in the sign of Pisces, which makes it that soothsayer that might be a little frightening, but actually is so connected to what's happening that can give you these true messages, even if they are a little scary to face. All right, so the messages come through, and it's like you have moments where you're like, I know this is true, but then as soon as you it's like you get distracted by that shiny thing, and then you're right back at square one where you're like, oh my god, I don't know if it's true anymore. And it's that doubt. It just keeps on coming into play. It's your ego freaking out, which in turn, like I said, challenges that subconscious. I choose you. As soon as you choose the negative feedback loop, it just like turns into so crazy. It's like I see Charlie Brown winding up to kick that football, right? He's winding up to kick that football, and every time Lucy pulls it away right at the last minute, and he boom, it flies up in the air and lands flat on his back. Yeah. If Lucy would just hold on to that, just hold tight for a few more seconds and trust that Charlie Brown is actually going to kick that football. Oh my God, the glory that poor Charlie Brown could adopt. I mean, come on, that poor guy. So he needs a break. Anyway, speaking of a break, we have the moon making a square with Mars, which, my friends, is analysis paralysis. This is arrested development. This is turning your wheels in a rut. Okay? It's difficult energy, yeah? The moon is in Capricorn, right? And like we talked about, the Capricorn is the devil energy in a way. It can be super useful because it can lead us to the places that we need to heal, but it can also just perpetuate cycles, right? So we have a choice right now. This Virgo energy, we are in Virgo season right now, and Mars is on the verge. Literally tomorrow, the 15th of September, Mars moves into the sign of Libra. So it's like Mars is having one last freak out in the sign of Virgo, which is just overexpressing it, and becoming full-blown analysis paralysis, arrested development, absolutely fucking freaking out. All right? But the thing is again, this is the universe presenting us a challenge. It's like you're on the verge of all your gifts, right? So they need to do these last little phases of testing just to make sure that everything is right. It's like that priming of the machine, right? We had to turn on the machine to let it warm up for a little bit. And now it's that energy is building up really, really strong. I just spat on myself. I know. You saw that. It was gross. The energy is building up, and it's on the verge of spitting all over everything and literally bubbling out of them. surface. You've got words that are on the tips of your tongues and just like burning your lips to be spoken. You've got a project that just absolutely wants to come forward, but you're just holding tight one. Yeah, it's like moon and sun both in earth energy. It's really that we're at a risk of overexpression here, big time. Earth on earth, that is like, it is like not only the bull is with its hooves in the mud, but it's now Medusa's come along and touched it and it's all turned to stone. All right, so it's in the mud and it's stone in the mud. It's a statue of a horse stuck in the mud. It's like inception of earth energy. All right. But remember, all of this is an opportunity. I've said this for a long time, is that the devil points the direction and where you need to shine your light. Okay, so you can take this as the devil coming around to play again. Oh, fuck, better run for the hills. Hide your children, hide your wife. Anton Dobson. Yeah, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife. Yeah, you can hide your kids and hide your wife. Or you can actually do the grounding work and try and balance yourself out here. Remember, Capricorn, yeah, it might get a bad rap of being the devil, but this is somebody who does what it needs to do to get shit done, okay? So, if we can pull a balancing act right now, if we can call forth this Libra energy that Mars is on the verge of going into a little bit prematurely, maybe just a little day in advance, doesn't hurt anyone, right? If we can balance that, then our intuition gets boosted by this Neptunian energy squaring the moon, yeah? The moon squaring Neptune doesn't bring self-doubt anymore. It actually brings this solidification of our intuition, because it's like almost like when that self-doubt kicks in and you're able to go, wait a minute, that is just my lizard brain telling me stupid stories. No, I know that I'm fully capable. No, I know that I'm completely lovable. No, I know that I have something to add to this. No, I know that these people can benefit from me as much as I can benefit from them, whatever this may be. This re-solidifies right back that positive feedback loop. It goes, all right, now I feel good again, which brings me right back to that feeling that I had, that intuition that I'm good enough, that I can contribute to the situation, Overcoming the doubt itself re-solidifies the healing that you've done by overcoming the doubt, yeah? You need to be, it's like you're being presented with the same old from before so that you can prove to yourself that you've overcome it, okay? So like I said, intuition can be boosted by this energy if we find the balance in things, if we choose the positive feedback loop. And we can, not only that, but we can also be, we also realize that we are prepared to act in whatever way is necessary to follow what that intuition or what those dreams are telling us. Again, this Capricorn energy, if we stop being a self-centered, workaholic, money grubbing prick, then we can actually realize, oh my God, I can put all of those energies that I've been putting towards trying to accumulate material wealth like Smog in his cavern, and put that, instead of using it to Four of Pentacles, you can use it to Four of Wands, to bring harmony, to bring union, to bring integration, yeah? Trade that Four of Pentacles energy for a Four of Wands energy, inclusiveness, alignment, all that beautiful stuff. All right, we know that we can do we have what it takes to do what it takes to get to where we want to be. And if we can balance it, if we can choose the positive feedback loop in this moon transit, and today, starting today, if we can start today and stop hiding our kids and hiding our wife, well, we will be able to do whatever it takes to get to where we want. Maybe some of you guys are really thirsty today. Maybe you're dealing with somebody in a very watery energy. Maybe you yourself are in a very watery energy. I mean, we've got the moon and Neptune a little bit of everywhere right now. So yeah, there's a lot of water going on here. Okay, what else we got? The moon is also sextiling Jupiter. Okay, so this says to me that whatever way you go about it, you will reach expansion and growth. Some of you just might be choosing the scenic route right now. Okay, all roads lead to Rome. I said this before. All roads lead to Rome. We are going to get to where we are going to get to, no matter what. What you are seeking is seeking you. Your destiny will not pass you by. You will get the things that you are meant for. Look, guys, this is there. We are in a choose your own adventure novel. But there are a few things that you can't really get away from, right? The story is that like there's the story, and there's some things that you cannot avoid. I've talked about this before. If the story is that the boy finds a weapon, meets a dragon, and slays the dragon, then it doesn't matter what the weapon is, or when the boy meets the dragon, or how the dragon gets slain, whether it be through a heart attack or the boy actually putting its sword through the heart of that money grubbing dragon sitting on a treasure trove, not wanting to share it with the world, with smoke coming out of its nose. Doesn't matter how we get to the end game of that treasure being released and shared amongst the people. I don't know. It doesn't matter how we get there, okay? So look, they're saying we're gonna get you there. You can keep struggling, you can keep fighting this, or you can surrender and we can get you there sooner, okay? Some of you might even be realizing, oh my God, wait a second, this dragon itself has been misunderstood the whole time. Like the dragon has to die eventually, right? But actually the Dharma is the death of the dragon at some point. They never said when, right? What happens if I want to make friends with that dragon, get on its back and fly to the castle that I know holds my true love and my legacy? And then the dragon is your friend forever and a day, and it's like Donkey and the dragon in Shrek, okay, the dragon might have been super scary, but you know what? Donkey ends up falling in love with him, and they have weird little chimera babies. It's very weird. Either way, my friends, you have a choice here. I'm really getting, we are in this phase right now. We are being presented a choice to truly make motions, to be able to make things better for ourselves, or to, okay, well, it's gonna be 3, or to just continue floundering in this rut. Yeah, it's like the more you struggle in this rut too, the more that it widens the hole, the more water accumulates in it, and you're just like floundering about. It's like, I mean, look, I love water. I'm an ocean baby. I even like lakes. I like rivers. I like any form of water. I like it. But like, I don't really want to go swimming in a puddle. Yeah. Given the choice, if I'm gonna choose to submerge myself in water, I'm gonna choose to go to the nice, deep, cool, beautiful place in the ocean where everything is natural and organic, and there might be a pretty pinnacle to see some nice fish. All right, I'm not gonna throw myself into the tread of a giant truck that's filled with rainwater and is literally just brown muck. Like, I'm not gonna just put my face in it for the sake of getting wet. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I'm using the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, and we've got 3 cards that have come out. So we've got the Queen here. This is the one that came out first, okay? This is number 11. So we are experiencing an alignment, okay? And it has to do with the crowning of our feminine energy. Many of us have had false ideas about feminine energy, that it's wishy-washy, that it's overly emotional, that it's like, we've just had bad ideas about that, but we're finding the clarity. Look, there's a lotus flower here. Lotuses bloom out of that shitty muddy puddle, okay? But just because they bloom out of that shitty muddy puddle doesn't mean that you should go throw your face in there, okay? We're trying to crown ourselves now. Do you think that the Queen would be allowed to go and search through a muddy puddle for something that she dropped? No, she's got some person and some footman that's going to go and find the ring that she dropped, or whatever it may be. But either way, the Queen has her place, okay? And maybe we saw the Queen as having a certain role, but we've debunked that now. And it's that role that we had was, we were very venomous about the idea of that role. We really thought that it was going to be the death of us, that it was going to kill us, that it was going to be just horrible, that it was this like gnashing, gnarly, teeth-filled mouth in the shadows, right? It kept us blocked away from the things that we wanted, our open heart space, our self-confidence, and our creativity with this little bit of orange here. Okay, we were blocking off our sacral chakra and our heart chakra and our solar plexus for a very, very long time. Maybe we might have had our root chakra and our higher chakras activated to a certain degree, but without the stability of the center portion of the body. You don't really have much, right? I mean, a severed head doesn't really work too well, does it? No, it's better to be connected to the body. And we have the lovers, or the lover at the end of this. And the lover, this card is, okay, maybe some of you guys are going to be uncovering some romance in the coming days or weeks. But this is more about coming back into union with something that you're meant to be with, right? And that is your crown, yeah? Your femininity, yeah? You're coming into union with your femininity. We've been talking about this feminine energy for a while, and yes, it requires you to sit in a bit of a masculine stance in order to be able to receive the feminine energy. But once you receive the feminine energy, then you're looking for a little bit more of that masculine energy to come in. You want your lover to come in, okay? So some of you guys are really, you've made major breakthroughs in the last little while here, okay? See this lover's card here as well. I really like this. It's got the orange and the yellow and that pink. See here, we've got a lot of green here. Green is a color of the heart chakra, but pink is like a real true color of the heart chakra. I've been called to have a big ass piece of rose quartz, and I keep it against my skin, all right, right at my heart chakra, right there. Keeps me grounded, okay? So maybe you're realizing how grounded you can be in your heart space once you understand your sacral chakra and your solar plexus chakra and how they feed into each other and keep things balanced. All right, really lovely energy. All right, I'm just gonna pull. I will be over on Instagram later today, but I'll give you guys. Let's get a couple of these. So we have need. We have foreign. And we have hold on tight. Okay, guys, you have been called lately to talk about your needs with the universe, okay? You had a cup of coffee with the universe, all right? Maybe you've been, I actually literally told somebody today that the way I like to do a lot of my readings is just kind of like as if we're just a group of friends having a cup of coffee together, like we're just having a chat. Yeah, so maybe some of you guys have been watching me a little bit lately and you've been realizing, oh, I've got to be a little bit more clear about my manifestations, about what I need. And maybe I have to have coffee with somebody and tell them, look, hey, if we're going to be moving forward with some sort of an interaction, this is what I need out of the bargain. All right. So you're laying out your needs, and this is something that's very foreign to you. Okay. Like, it's like the way that you were struggling with your feminine energy for a long time, you didn't even realize what it is that you need to receive. Yeah. It felt so strange, but now coming into union with that feminine energy is where we understand this. Even if it's uncomfortable, we know what it is, right? We're going to be doing that little bit of going through that little temporary discomfort, right? And because we know that it's for our betterment. So hold on tight, my friends. I know it's not always fun. I know it's not always easy, but just hang in there, because the breakthroughs are coming. All right. Don't you want that? Don't you want the union with the things that you're meant for? They're coming. Just choose the positive feedback loop, all right? Don't hide your kids, hide your wife. All roads will lead to Rome, though. Remember this, though. All roads will lead to Rome. Just how much of a sucker for punishment are you? All right, well, that's it for me. I will see you over on Instagram in a couple hours. And I will be back here tomorrow for another Daily Peephole. But until then, I'm so sorry for anything you're going through if I've made you feel a certain way. Thank you so much for lending your beautiful energy to this circuit I hold so dear and being a beautiful being yourself. Thank you to your guides, my guides, the Ascended Masters, angels, ancestors, and any other energy that has come into play to give us these nice, beautiful, clear, concise messages, whether it be today, at some point in the near or distant future. I love you to the moon, the stars, and infinity and beyond and back, and I accept this, and I hope you do too, but if not, that's totally cool. We'll catch you another time. Bye!